to another Plaid Stallions Toy Ventures. I'm back from the annual Mego Meet convention, and as you can hear in my voice, I am super tired. Mego Meet is not like a typical toy show for me. It is actually like a gathering of friends. It's something we started 15 years ago, and I'm very, very proud of it. It's the kind of thing where a dealer can leave his table and no one steals anything. And it's the kind of thing where you have to hug about half the people that you know leaving. It's just one of those things where I have to say goodbye to everybody, and I miss it. So there's a huge social component to it, as well as being one of the most kick-ass toy shows that I've ever been to in my life. And I thought it would be kind of fun to go through some of the stuff that I picked up this year. As a Mego collector, you know, I'm kind of content, so I don't buy a lot of things. But Mego Meet isn't all about Mego, and there's some really curious and interesting vintage stuff there. So let's go through what I did pick up, and then I'm going to bed. First off, the first thing that someone handed me was my friend Chuck gave me the box to the Monster Squad bop bag. Something I've been searching for 10 years. And he just said, I thought you might like this. Have it. This nearly brought me to tears. I mean, when you're looking for something for so long and another person thinks of you to give you something, it's just, what do you do? I mean, I was emotional and I was very happy. And it didn't matter what I got at this show after this fact. I mean, this was it. I was like, if I walk away with only this, I'm very, very happy. This Planet of the Apes art book from Japan caught my eye. When my friend Corey pointed out that inside a child had drawn all these, you know, fantastic drawings of like Godzilla and Ultraman and Gamera, it just made it so much better. It made it like a perfect time capsule of 1970s Japan. I'll do a better feature on this in the coming months, but I mean, my goodness, this is just so fabulous. I mean, it's so much better than if it was just blank pages. I mean, how sterile is that? This is wonderful. I managed to pick up a Distinctive Dummies Carl Kolchak figure. I had one, but unfortunately I lost the hat in the move, so I was really excited to get another one. Distinctive Dummies are these, you know, this amazingly talented friend of mine who lives in Thailand, who makes very short runs of obscure and, you know, out-of-print movie characters in the Mego style, and I love his stuff. And once it's gone, it's gone. So I was really excited to find a carded Carl Kolchak. I didn't actually have one on the card before, and this one's going right on my wall. My friend Corey gifted me this awesome AntiShoplifting poster, but he gave it to me to give to my daughter because it does say, was today the day you were going to warn your daughter about shoplifting? The minute I showed my kid this, I knew it wasn't going down in the basement. It was going right in her room, and she was super excited about it. I did, however, snag this awesome header card for the Imperial Toys Godzilla King of the Monsters that will go down in my basement stairway. I absolutely love the Imperial Godzilla figure. I've had one since high school, and I remember buying it out of this display box. So for $10, this was definitely money well spent. As a Planet of the Apes fan, I've always admired these banks, and I managed to find this really cool Galen Bank, which, you know, I've always wanted but never really see at a show. This was available through Vintage Toy Rescue, and I got it for $30, which was completely acceptable pricing. I was really excited to have it. My wife and I are both vintage Halloween fans. In fact, you know, Halloween starts around September and ends just before Christmas in my house. It's my favorite holiday. So vintage blow molds are really, really welcome in our house. My pal Justin brought a whole bunch of these to Mego Meet, and I sent them to my wife, and she picked out her favorites. And I'm really glad I went hog wild with it. I spent more than I ever have on these, because the next morning, usually I go to a big, huge outdoor flea market and pick up one or two, and it was rained out. So I was really glad that I went all out and bought these guys. This is really exciting. I absolutely love the skull in the haunted house. After Chuck gifted me the Monster Squad bot bag, a couple hours later he handed me this Stretch Monster's head and instructions. And, I actually don't own an original Stretch Monster. I know he's in the credits of this show, and I'm clearly obsessed with him. I've made figures of him, I've painted portraits. Yeah, I was really happy to buy this off of him. I'm so excited. I have a vintage or a remake Stretch Monster body, and I'm going to try and make my own Stretch Monster. And finally, I did make a Mego purchase at Mego Meet. Funny enough, it was arranged with a local Canadian vendor I knew. This is a Twiki, from Buck Rogers, but he's on a Canadian card. I have this little bit of a fetish for Canadian carded stuff that I had as a kid. And it was, it was ironic that the only thing I picked up at Mego Meet that was made by Mego was actually something I had prearranged to buy from a guy that I knew was going there. So thanks, Mike. I highly recommend, if you ever can make it, go to Mego Meet. It is really a wonderful toy show. My batteries are completely renewed. It renews my faith in humanity, and I love all the people that went there. I really sincerely do. And I managed to shoot, guerrilla style, a few episodes of Toy Ventures of some stuff I could absolutely never afford. So I hope you look forward to those. Thank you for watching, and, if I met you at Mego Meet, thank you for the kind words. It was unbelievably positive this weekend, and I feel my batteries are recharged, and I've got some new ideas. So, thanks again. But after a whole day of driving and a whole weekend of getting 5 hours sleep, I'm off to bed. Take care.